Hey guys, what's up? It's Sydney. Welcome back to my channel. So this week I decided to do a video all about staring because I get so many questions about it because honestly it's something that impacts me every day, all the day long, and so it's just one of those things that kind of goes with the territory. If the tripod moves, I apologize because my cat currently thinks it's her toy and it's not. So I guess I don't really know where to start about staring. I guess it's sort of one of those things that, like I said, since it comes with the territory, you kind of just get used to it and you kind of start accepting it for what it is, I guess. I mean, it doesn't necessarily make it right, but it also doesn't necessarily make it wrong either. Because I know that when I've seen other individuals with disabilities, and in very rare cases, individuals with disabilities that are similar to mine, I gawk and stare too, because it's not like I see myself walking around all the time. So I completely understand where everybody's coming from with the whole staring thing. Like, it's definitely I think it's definitely in human nature just to stare. You know, it's different. It's different from the norm of what everybody else looks like, about what everybody else is doing, like how they're doing it. So it's normal to stare, but it doesn't make it right. And some people are like chronic starers, and that's really bad. So one instance I know of this is a few years ago. I was on a road trip to Maine with my aunt and one of our family friends. One of my favorite things to do, it's so dumb, it's so stupid, but one of my favorite things to do is like wave at people through the window. Basically I like bait and switch people because they don't see my arms. Like, you can't see my arms through the window, and then when I wave, they're like, oh my god, and they just freak out. And normally it's just people like give me a weird look, but I think it's really funny because, I mean, I'm being an idiot and I'm doing it for that reason, so like of course I would think it's funny. I waved to a guy who was driving, and I waved to him like being funny and whatever, and then like 3 minutes later, and we passed the car, and like 3 minutes later they came up on our right side and the guy was totally creeping in the window. And it was just some random middle-aged dude, and his wife was in the passenger seat, and she like hit him, and then they drove away. But I thought it was so funny. Like, my aunt and our family friend were like, what is happening? Like, they had no idea that I had waved to him in the first place. Meanwhile, I'm in the backseat just cracking up because it was the funniest thing all day. I would pay to have that happen again. For the most part, like, people staring, it kind of sucks. Like, I always joke that it's just my training for becoming a celebrity, because it happens all the time. Like, honestly, I feel like, you know, some people don't really notice it, but honestly, I get more stares in the summertime because I wear like tank tops and short sleeve shirts and things like that, and like that makes more sense because when I'm wearing hoodies, like you can tell, but you really have to kind of look more closely, if that makes any sense, because when I wear tank tops and stuff, you can clearly see that my shoulder is deformed, like my arms are deformed, so it's really easy to see and it's very apparent, and it's kind of like me putting it out there on display, but also kind of not, because just wearing summer clothes, you know, nothing strange about that. But, you know, some people are really like, whoa, that's so weird. And it makes me feel kind of like an alien, to be honest, because what if I went up to you and just was like, whoa, that's so weird? Be like, what in the heck are you talking about? You know, it would be so weird. And so, like, think about that the next time you want to come up to me and be like, whoa, that's crazy. Like, don't do that. It's so strange. Like, none of my friends do that. Honestly, none of my friends have ever asked me about my disability, have never stared at me, or anything like that. They all just accept me for who I am. So when people go around and they're like, whoa, I like notice it because people don't do that in my life. So yeah, staring is just, it's part of the territory, but it's not necessary. Like, I understand the curiosity behind it. I really, really do. But it's just like, it's almost like an invasion of privacy. It's honestly like, the only thing I can equate it to is what celebrities feel like. But honestly, I mean, like, I know I'm not a celebrity, and I know it's not to that extent at all. Like, nobody's showing up and shutting down airports because I am there. Like, that doesn't happen. You know, if you've ever wanted to just literally sit down and stare at me and be like, oh my god, her limbs are just so weird, then do it when I'm up on stage, like giving a speech, or like doing something, or like while I'm on YouTube. My cat's on the desk, that's why it's shaking. But while I'm offering that chance to you, like, don't create one in normal life just because I'm there. Like, that's not how this whole thing works. Like, sometimes I offer myself up to it, or like if I'm on the beach in my bikini, like, I understand that I'm kind of asking for that kind of attention. Like, I know that people are gonna stare at me because more of my body is on display. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think so. So, just in like situations like that, like, yeah, those are appropriate times. But when you're just like chilling, just passing me by in the mall or something like that, you see me shopping anywhere, like, don't do that. Don't do that. If you're gonna stare, like, I know you're staring, and you being like, hi, doesn't really make it different. Like, you saying, oh, hi, like, wow, doesn't, you think that you're like disguising the fact that you were just staring at me? Because I totally know that you were. And you passing it off as like a smile, or like being like, oh, hi, or like, that doesn't make it better. That just lets me know that you were indeed staring, and that you now feel really awkward about the situation. That's all that it does. And so don't do that either, you know? Just don't do it. Just try not to do it. I mean, it's hard. I know that it's involuntary. You just sort of do it, but just kind of like get in the habit of checking yourself before you wreck yourself, so that you're not like being creepy with somebody and like making yourself feel awkward, and then the other person feels awkward, and then the whole situation is awkward. If you had just avoided staring in the first place, you wouldn't be in the awkward situation. So, end of story. Like, case closed. You're gonna try to pass it off as curiosity, but you know what? There's a lot of curious people in the world who aren't like, whoa, whoa. You know, they don't do that. But some people do that. So, if you're one of those people, don't do that. I know this wasn't not a very informative video, but it's just sort of like annoying. Like, just don't be a starer. Don't be a creeper. Don't be a creeper in the tree. For all of my high school friends who know what that is, shout out to y'all. So yeah, I guess that's it. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. Comment down below if you really liked it. Subscribe to my channel. Check out my other videos while you're there. And click the notification bell so that you're notified when I upload. And I think that's it for the very, very traditional YouTuber tag end line. So yeah, but thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!